This is your Unit 3C Day 2 video. We are continuing to work on Standard 3A, I Can Interpret Key Features. This video, you are going to practice putting real-world problems in context again. So you're given a scenario and you're writing an equation for it and then solving. So let's go ahead and get started. Noelle and her family planted a 3-foot tall tree in her yard. They are told it will grow 2 feet each year. Noelle wants to know when the tree will reach a height of 35 feet tall. Write an equation to determine the number of years y it will take for the tree to reach 35 feet. In your last video, you used the cube strategy, and you can use that here too as you get yourself organized and set up. I am not going to right now, but you can keep using that to help yourself identify keywords, etc. So let's look at this first one. First thing we have to do is define our variable. If we look right here, it says determine the number of years y. So determine the number of years y. That is what you don't know. That's your mystery. And remember, variables are unknown numbers. So what is our variable? Variable is y, which is equal to the number of years. And for you children who might not know this, this is the symbol for number. All right, next, answer the following questions. We are going to figure out A, B, and C, because once we figure these things out, we can go ahead and put them together to create an equation. So what do I start with? So if we look right here, what do we start with? Oh, here we go. The tree is 3 feet tall. So we start with a 3-foot tall tree. That's our starting point. So I'm just going to put 3 feet tall. Beautiful handwriting, as always, Miss Bracing. All right, nice. Now the next thing we're going to do is how much am I increasing or decreasing? Include the context. So if we go like this, they are told it will grow 2 feet each year. You're really looking for this each or per. Those are the math action words to tell you that something's happening over and over again. And if we see right here, grow, we know grow is something getting bigger. So they are told it will grow 2 feet each year. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to highlight 2 feet each year. I haven't figured out my B, so I'm going to go ahead. I need to write this. It is a grow. So that is a positive or an increase. And what is it increasing by? It's going up plus, so I'm going to do that to represent positive, 2 feet each year. Okay? Now next, let's look at C. What is the final amount? So we go right here. Noelle wants to know when the tree will reach a height of 35 feet tall. And so we know that the end game is this 35 feet tall. So that is our final amount, the total amount. What do we want in the end? We want this 35-foot tall tree. And you can see it says it there. And it also says it in the question. How many years will it take for the tree to reach 35 feet? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and record that. We figured out our C. So 35 feet. Now we're going to go ahead and set up our equation. This is an increase, so we're going to use A plus B equals C. So the first thing is we have A, which we figured out was 3 feet tall. The tree started out at 3 feet tall, so I'm going to write my 3. Next, we have our B. Our B is an increase of 2 feet each year, okay? We are going to represent this, you guys, with a 2y, because it's increasing by 2 feet each year. 2 times y. And remember, y is the number of years, It's going up by 2 feet each year. Why? That's where this Y comes from. Okay, this is something, it's a pattern. It's happening over and over again. Every year it's going up by those 2, or every year it's going up by 2 feet. Okay, so plus 2 feet times number of years, 2y, and that is equal to, we look right here, see, that is our final amount. So equals 35. My last step now is to solve my problem. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to write it down here in black because it's faster. 3 plus 2y is equal to 35. It's a simple two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 3, subtract 3. I'm left with 2y is equal to 32. Now I need to divide both sides by 2. And when I do that, I am left with, my answer is y is equal to 16. So what does that mean? It will take 16 years for the tree to be 35 feet tall. Look at that mess. Big thing, you guys. What do you need to remember? What is the most important part here? It will take 16 years. Okay, it's gonna take 16 years, and we figured that out by going through and using this step-by-step process to set up a equation for a real-world problem. I don't know if this is a problem, but here's how we would figure it out. Now let's try another one. Here we have another problem. Mackenzie has spent 20 minutes practicing math skills on IXL. She plans to study for 10 minutes each night. Write an equation to determine the number of nights N Mackenzie must practice to earn her prize. First thing, we're going to define that variable, right? And we can see right here, it's number of nights, which is N. So we can go ahead and write that. N is equal to number of nights. Okay. Remember, you can represent number with this little symbol too. There we go. Beautiful. It looks like trash, but just ignore it. Okay. So N represents number of nights. Now we're going to go through our ABC process. What do I start with? Well, she spent 20 minutes practicing math skills, so she started with 20 minutes. Started with 20 minutes. Next, how much am I increasing by or decreasing by? Well, she plans to study for 10 minutes each night. Remember that each tells us it's happening over and over again. It's a multiplication clue. So she's going 10 minutes each night. So that means it's an increase of 10 minutes every night. Okay? It's 10 minutes every night. So I'm going to represent that with a 10N for 10 minutes every night. Okay, and I just added that here. So we have 10N, which equals to 10 minutes times the number of nights. All right, last we have C. What is the final amount? So what does she have to do in the end? How many minutes does she have to do? Oh, and I forgot to write it in here. Great job. So she plans to study for 10 minutes each night. And in order to get that prize, that big old prize, she needs to study for 100 minutes. So we know that to get her prize, what does she need at the end? She needs 100. Now my next step is I'm going to go ahead and put this all together. So I'm an increase, so I'm A plus B equals C. No, I start with my A, which is, what is my starting amount? My A is 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and put a 20 in. Next, I look at my B. B is 10 minutes per night, so 10N. And it's an increase, so we're going to put plus 10N. And then last, this is equal to C, which is my total amount, which she is trying to get to that 100 minutes, okay? And I forgot to put that in the equation, but we know it now. What does she need to get that prize? 100 minutes. That's why the 100 is there as the final. Now our next step is to go ahead and solve the equation so we can figure out how many nights she's got to do this thing to get her prize. So we have 20 plus 10n is equal to 100. Simple two-step equation. Undo my addition or just my plain old positive numbers. Another way to look at it. 20 minus 20 is 0, so I'm left with 10. N is equal to 100 minus 20 is 80. Now 10 times n is 80. I got to undo my multiplication so I can determine what my variable is. I do that by dividing. So divide by 10, and I'm left with n is equal to 8. 80 divided by 10 is 8. So what does this mean? She needs to practice. So Kenzie needs to practice for 8 nights to get that prize. You can do it. All right? So the big thing to recognize here, right, is that it's this 8 nights. That's what this 8 represents right here. Okay, awesome. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to try this problem on your own. I'll read it first. Miss Pilch is having friends over for video games and pizza. It will cost $3 to have the pizza to deliver. It costs $12 for each pizza they order. After ordering, the pizza place tells Mrs. Pilch that she will owe $39. Write an equation to determine the number of pizzas P, Miss Pilch and her friends ordered. Okay, so you're going to pause the video and you're going to try this on your own. Rewatch the beginning part if you feel like you don't know what to do, but at least try, okay? All right, hopefully you tried on your own. We're going to go through this. Define your variable. Our variable is pizzas. Variable is pizzas, P. So what does our variable represent? P is equal to the number of pizzas. Okay, wonderful. Now we're going to answer the following questions. What do I start with? You start with the $3 delivery fee. All right. It will cost them $3 to have the pizza delivered. So that's like a baseline. We know we got to pay $3, all right? Now we got to figure out, so what did we start with? $3. B, how much am I increasing or decreasing by? Well, it's going to cost $12 for each pizza. You see that word each pizza. That means it's something that's repeating, which is a clue for multiplication. So $12 for each pizza they order. So we go like this. Bam, bam. $12 for each pizza. And we are that is an increase. We keep having to pay more and more. That's too bad. So we're going to represent that with a 12p. And last, we're going to say, what is our final amount? Well, what do they end up paying in the end? What's the total? They tell her, okay, you owe us $39. So the final amount is $39. Now we're going to put it all together to make our equation. We're again going to use this positive one because it's an increase. If it was a decrease, we'd be using this one. So A plus B equals C. I got my A, which is $3. Then I have my increase. It's going up plus 12 times P. Every pizza cost me $12, so it's 12P. And last, that's going to equal my total, which is 39. Right now I've set up my equation. The last step is to solve it and explain what the answer means. So 3 plus 12P is equal to 39. All right, simple two-step equation. Let's do it. Got my positive 3 over here. Lovely. Need to get rid of it. I'm going to subtract 3, both sides. Boom, boom. Now I'm left with 12P is equal to 36. All right, 12 times P, I need to undo that multiplication, so I divide both sides by 12. And now I'm left with P is equal to 36 divided by 12, which is 3. So, Miss Pilch ordered 3 pizzas. All right, for her and her friends, you guys. We'll see. I don't know if she's really got enough friends for 3 pizzas. Maybe. Maybe. We don't know. All right. And that is it. That concludes your notes. We're going to practice this in class tomorrow. Remember, the summative has moved because I added a couple things to this unit. Okay. See you then.